Cameras on them like got gorillas in the street.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Jaguars.
Larry, the fans in teal and black are ready to lock down the betting. Like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The 21 yards there as they convert on third. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick at 2015, finding the number 7 pick at 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
And to give this time to the tailback. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And he'll give it here to his running back. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd down, that's Fisher, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 12-yard line. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. Now Janikowski for the field goal try. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Room here to run. And he is knocked down from the side. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Second down, Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the gun, Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And this is Moncrief with a catch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Mahomes now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
A gain of 3, second down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now Jameis on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2. And most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. On 3rd down, Fournette. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And no update for Larry this week, apparently. We'll try again in week 7. But for now, let's get back to the action, ready to kick off the 2nd half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green. Back down, Philly. Over. Here we go now.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 57 yards. Red zone opportunity.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go over and put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Jameis to throw it. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Fresh set of downs here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
To throw, Winston. Flushed out right. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, nice move. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Fournette, a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that is incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And now it's second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. To throw is Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pick up, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line, pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So now this thing's coming down to the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And, Charles, you talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. That wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was a long-distance kick.
Brandon, it shows you the faith that this coaching staff has in their kicker. You're right. If this goes wrong, you're going to give up the ball near midfield. But that was an absolute rainmaker, and it's going to give them a late lead.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is.